Hey Earth Angels, Melanie Beckler here, and in this video, we are going to look at 5 key ways that full moon energy affects you. Because these are already intense times we are living through, and the full moon has a way of increasing intensity. So I want you to be aware of these areas of life and ways that the full moon energy may affect you, so you can not only be ready for them, but effortlessly navigate through this time in order to manifest bright blessings in your life and on behalf of the collective. And on that note, I do have a free full moon ritual I will put a link to in the description below that you can check out in order to learn to use the full moon energy in order to manifest blessings in your life. Essentially, it's the 3 days on and around the full moon that the full moon energy is at its brightest and it's having the greatest effect on you. Dating way back, human beings have observed the influence the moon has on so many different things, from the pull of the ocean tides to farming and fishing practices and to things like mood. So on that note, let's dive in to the 5 ways that the full moon energy may affect you so you can be ready for it and make the most of this full moon. The first thing is that full moon energy has a way of illuminating and bringing to the surface all that no longer serves, revealing what is falling away or crumbling, and bringing to the surface what needs to be resolved, healed, or released. So this can be a challenging thing when the light illuminates what's been buried in the shadow, but it's incredibly beneficial when we're willing to face what is arising and take action to either let it go and create a change, to release attachment to the outcome, to cleanse and purify our energy, and essentially to, through intention, through ritual, through deliberate action, let go of all that's no longer serving you, of all that's run its course. Let go and release over to the angels and into the light, because through this, you create an opening for new blessings to enter in. It's time to let go rather than hold on to what's falling away, so that new possibilities, new opportunities, new divine alignments can begin to emerge. This is not an easy thing, again, as individually and collectively shadows are revealed. But if you've done any shadow work, you already know that by facing the shadows from a state of awareness, of non-judgment, and even of love, the lessons contained in shadow aspects and past challenges, even in challenging situations, carry incredible gifts and blessings for you to grow, awaken further, evolve, and continue on your path of personal transformation in blossoming into more of the truth of the divine being you authentically are, and the unique soul mission and purpose for why you're really here. So all that's out of alignment with that core truth and soul purpose is falling away. Be willing to let go, to stay open and aware for new insights and inspirations about what will come in to take its place on the other side of letting go, releasing, cleansing your energy, and opening for blessings to flow through. The second area of life that the full moon really affects is emotions. And so on and around the full moon, you may feel a rise in emotion. This is literally where the word lunacy comes from observations that around the full moon, people tended to go a little crazy. This is not a permission slip to go crazy. This is just a reminder to be aware that emotions may be rising up. And since this is such a challenging time, we've collectively been navigating through, you need to be aware of that so you don't spiral in anxiety or spiral in fear energy or heavy emotions that you're perhaps more prone to because of the full moon energy. This rise in emotional energy can actually be a blessing because heavy, dense emotions that have been pushed down and buried in your body act like a glass ceiling that can block your spiritual development and progress and ability to link up with higher spiritual realities and higher levels of light. So when emotions rise to the surface, it's an open door and an opportunity to grow, to face what arises, to love what emerges, because through that love and awareness, you're then able to ask yourself, what is this emotion really tied to? At the level of the trigger, what triggered this emotion, but then what is the core belief? What is the core wound? What is the shadow aspect deep down that emotion has actually triggered? Because emotions have a way of building and stacking up on each other. So getting triggered by your partner, getting triggered by the news is not only about that emotion in that moment. It's about the layers of emotions that you've accumulated from past challenges, from past experiences, from past times of feeling scared or getting hurt or being wounded. And so that layer cake of heavy emotions blocks your energy flow. But when triggered, the emotions arise and you have an open avenue in order to cleanse and release emotions over to the angels, into the light, to stay present and centered, and again, allow more of your core truth to emerge and shine through. This is a really powerful time to step up your self-love and care. Love, honor, nurture yourself to support you through the full moon window and of course beyond. So one of the biggest reasons for why the full moon is such an emotional time, an emotionally charged time, is that in astrology, the moon is actually the celestial body that is associated with emotions. It's said to rule emotions. And at the time of the moon is opposed to the sun, which relates to your personality, your ego, your will center. So essentially at the time of the full moon, your emotions and your personality are opposed, are at odds, causing emotions to rise. Stay present, stay centered, and remember that with awareness, this can be a huge blessing where you gain greater insight into the areas where you've been stuck or blocked, and it can be an incredibly powerful time for cleansing and releasing old energy that's no longer serving you. The third area of life that the full moon affects you comes in terms of heightened energy. Spiritually speaking, the time of the full moon is when there is this explosion of energy on the spiritual planes. And so this means that there's greater spiritual energy to supercharge your meditations. This is a great time to work on developing your third eye. Check out my third eye meditation that I'll link to below. It's also a good time to take action, to follow through on intentions you've set in the past in order to begin manifesting blessings in your life. And this increase of spiritual energy is a good time to charge up your crystals, to meditate, to do spiritual practices, and to connect with guidance from spirit, because there is an opportunity for greater clarity, greater awareness, and greater divine downloads to flow through. Now, the challenging side of this heightened energy is that it's scientifically been proven that people tend to sleep lighter, to sleep not as well right around the full moon. So just know this, and don't get frustrated if you're not sleeping well, but rather remember that meditations in the middle of the night, meditations in the wee early hours of the morning can actually be more productive and beneficial in terms of accessing higher divine guidance, spiritual awareness, opening your third eye, and linking up with your team in spirit. So if you can't sleep amidst the full moon energy, put on a guided meditation, relax, remember that all is well, and allow the blessings that are available to you to align with you, trusting that you'll fall asleep well again soon. The fourth key area that the full moon affects you is in terms of intuition and psychic ability. Because of that increased spiritual energy on the inner planes, the full moon is the best time of the lunar cycle for tuning in to intuition. So this makes it a good time to do divination, to get out your oracle cards, to do some journaling, really to get clear. Get clear about where you've been, what you've learned, what's run its course, what's falling away, and ask for guidance from spirit, from the divine, from source, from the angels for what are your very next steps. Use the time on and around the full moon to get clear about your soul purpose and mission, about where you are now and where the opportunities are for you right here and now with the world just as it is. How can you be of service? How can you shine more of your light? How can you make progress on your individual path of healing, of abundance, of spiritual growth? All of these insights are available to flow through to you because of this time being a time of heightened intuition and psychic ability. Also, because of this, it is a good time to consciously attempt to open your third eye. Again, check out my meditation for that, or to connect with your angels and listen for that inner guidance from spirit that's always available to you, but is on a different frequency. So it takes attuning your frequency to that vibrational level in order for that floodgate of guidance, the doors of wisdom to open and the healing, inspiration, and love from spirit to flow through. Finally, the fifth key area that the full moon energy affects you is in terms of manifestation. So the full moon is a time of culmination. So you may be beginning to see things manifest based on intentions you've previously focused on. But either way, it's a good time to double down on your intentions. Refocus in on what are you calling forth? What are you in alignment with? And how can you shift your energy, your actions, your intentions in order to come into greater alignment with the highest divine timeline for your life, for your awakening, for your work, for your path? One of the ways that you can come into alignment now is to focus on gratitude. Tune into gratitude for the many blessings you do have. It's easy right now to focus in on all of the challenges, but when you focus on gratitude, that not only changes your vibrational state, but you're essentially energetically voting for more of those things that you are grateful for to flow through. So focus in on the blessings that are already happening. Tune into gratitude for everything you can that you can see that's happening around. But then additionally, use this period of supercharged energy to get clear, to tune into your intuition, and to begin to feel and visualize and see, write the script of what the next level of your most vibrant life could look like for you. Paint the picture vividly in your mind. Tune in through your feeling sense to how grateful you'll feel, how magical it will feel, how much wonder and reverence and awe you'll feel when that blessing you seek fully comes into being. Paint the picture, feel the positive emotions, and through this you're able to use the full moon energy effectively to manifest blessings in your life. I actually have a lot more to share about this that I put into the full moon ritual, so check that out in the description below for how to use the full moon energy to manifest blessings in your life. You can actually get that full moon ritual here as well, and then I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.